Good evening, everyone. This is Mike O'Malley here with a tropical weather update. This update will be focusing on Tropical Storm Bret, the evening update as Tropical Storm Bret moves into the Caribbean and brings impacts towards portions of Barbados and the surrounding islands. So let's go ahead and jump straight into everything. Here's a look at Tropical Storm Bret this evening. The storm is now beginning to move into Barbados. In fact, the recent surface observations and reconnaissance data points suggest that the center of circulation is actually just near Barbados at this point. We notice that the heavier weather is still generally on the northern side here. The circulation is somewhere in here, and the remaining convection is generally off towards the north and east. However, we have started to get a little bit of a convective pulse again on the eastern side of the circulation. And so for that reason, again, as this weather comes through, we're looking for places like St. Lucia, Martinique, off towards Dominica and Guadeloupe for potential substantial impacts with heavier rainfall and gusty winds as well. We can see the heavy weather starting to come into the island chain at this point. Again, first up is going to be Barbados, and then you notice this convection that is expected to cross over and into the island chain. So again, right now we're looking generally from St. Lucia, Martinique, Dominique, and Guadeloupe for the potential significant impacts with heavy rainfall and strong winds. We're talking wind gusts that could be topping out just around about 60 to 65 miles per hour, potentially some gusts up to 70 miles per hour in spots. And then also we're looking at a lighter threat down there towards St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as the area of low pressure is actually going to be probably passing very close, if not over, the island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So again, we're going to be talking about that area near Kingstown and off towards really the St. Vincent and Grenadines. BQU Airport, we're going to be talking about that area. And then again, up towards Fort de France, up there in Martinique as well, just to kind of give a few areas that could be potentially significantly impacted by this system. Again, you notice the massive convection out here, and that is all heading your way over the next several hours. Beyond this, taking a look here at the latest 5 p.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center, we have sustained winds of 65 miles per hour and a pressure of 1,002 millibars. You can see the extension of the tropical storm warning down to now include the St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This is expected to become a tropical depression on Saturday and a remnant low thereafter as this heads closer towards Central America. And I'm going to talk about Central America here in just a brief second. But again, the storm is continuing to head off towards the west and will continue to accelerate as we progress throughout the remainder of tonight into tomorrow. Again, real quick look here at the watches and warnings. We have a tropical storm warning for Barbados, Dominique, Guadeloupe, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And again, we also have a hurricane watch for St. Lucia, although this hurricane watch will likely be allowed to expire here in the next while. The storm is no longer expected to intensify and is on a weakening trend as we progress throughout the next several hours. So talking about Central America just real quickly and beyond the forecast here for Bret, the storm is expected to cross into Central America here within about the next 4 or 5 days. And although it will be much weaker at this time, it will no longer be a tropical cyclone. It still could bring some heavier rainfall and gusty winds from time to time, and could even pose a flash flooding and mudslide threat as you start to get that orographic lift, meaning the train-induced lift out there from this leftover cyclone energy that is going to be passing through. So just a heads up for this area. Over the next couple of days, we could see some increased rainfall chances and increased flooding potential as we progress throughout the next about 5 days to about the next week or so. One other quick forecasting update. We have Tropical Depression 4 that is located in the Atlantic Main Development Region. This is the latest 5 o'clock advisory. Still a tropical depression moving west-northwest at 14 miles per hour. This is expected to become Tropical Storm Sydney within about the next 12 to 24 hours. Now, this is going to continue moving west-northwest during the next couple of days, and by Sunday morning, This is going to be roughly within the same area that Bret was supposed to be in just a few short days ago before it decided to take a more westerly trajectory. Now, this is going to be coming awfully close to the northern part of the island chain. So, again, for our folks over there towards places like Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis out there, and even towards Anguilla and St. Bartholomew and St. Martin, for those folks out there, we're certainly going to have to kind of keep an eye on what's going on with this system. You are on the kind of the very far edge of that 5-day cone. This is expected to then begin weakening as it encounters a more unfavorable environment in the southwestern Atlantic. But we'll have to watch this system very carefully for our friends here in the Turks and Caicos, obviously the Bahamas, the northeastern islands, and obviously the United States, but not really seeing any imminent threat for danger at this point in time. All right. So that being said, I do hope you have a great rest of your evening, everyone. God bless. Stay safe out there. Take care. I am Michael Romali. I'll talk to you guys again some more tomorrow.